pretty interesting. We are live. Oh man, I think we're gonna make this a pretty decent long size live. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, pretty interesting, right? Okay, we're gonna talk about this market. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin. I want to talk about Satoshi coin, right? Talk about all these coins and Ethereum, of course. Market looking pretty volatile right now. Before we get into it too, I gotta let you guys know, not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just a homie Crypto J. Feel free also to ask questions in the live stream. This is not like a other kind of video where you can't like engage. Like, feel free to talk to me. I'm a real person. This is like really live. So again, if you have any questions or if you're confused about anything that I'm talking about, just feel free to chime in. Or if you just want to chime in, just let me know. Somebody said one day is Satoshi dead, next day huge moves coming, same-ish every day. Nick, you love me, dog. You love me. Just say it. Nick watches my channel all the time. He always has a smart little remark, don't you, Nick? I see you, Nick. But again, we're gonna talk about Satoshi. Nick knew it, right? Nick read the title. He knew. He knew why he came here. But maybe Nick has a crush on me. I don't know. We'll see. But as you guys can see, Bitcoin looking pretty solid on today, coming in at a 3.29. Fear index coming in at starting to see Bitcoin bounce off of that 100K range. That is the question, right? We've been forming this bull flag all day. We talked about the possibility of us seeing a retest of this 106. Again, I don't like to see this type of price action happen early in the week. Generally, I like to see the pump happen later on in the week. I'm more of somebody that likes to see a pump happen on maybe Friday sometimes, but I don't know. Usually Thursday. It has to happen on Thursday, to be honest. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday, but Monday, Tuesday, usually it's just too much time before the weekend. Just a little bit too much speculation. Again, we're creating a rising wedge here on the 7-day. This could really go either way. It can really go either way. Again, is Bitcoin going to drop down? Is it going to reject off of this level of resistance up here and see a retest of some of these lower levels? Or again, is Bitcoin about to start ascending? I want to know. So he said, I lost 15K with Toshi and I want everyone to lose with me. Oh my gosh, how'd you lose, bro? What'd you sell? You sold your coins. Oh, you see how you are, Nick? You buy the top and then you sell the bottom. You come back and you're mad at me. But again, guys, I don't know that we've seen the top. We don't know that we've seen the top on the cycle. We don't know that we've seen the top on Bitcoin. I personally don't like to sell when the prices are low. And if I was down 15K, I wouldn't be selling personally. But again, you do what you want to do. Of course, nobody told you to put that much money in. Hopefully that's 15K in profit that you're down and not 15K of your hard-earned dollars that you can afford to lose. That would be irresponsible. You'd probably still blame me for that. But yeah, anyway, as you guys can see, Bitcoin starting to form a little bit of a wedge here. And I'm wondering, are we going to break down going into tomorrow? Or again, is Bitcoin going to pump out of this, right? Can we see, again, Bitcoin start ripping up to some new ranges? I want to know. Can we see 108, 110 happen? If that can happen, if we can create some strong closing, and guys, we can really reclaim that 110 pretty fast. It can happen faster than you think. I have a funny feeling. Again, we still have to break out. We still have to break up. But again, if we can get some traction, right? If we can get some volume coming here, then again, this could be a big run up if we could break out of this. But right now, it's looking like a possible sign of rejection, right? Yikes. As a matter of fact, I want to pull up some of these more micro indicators. And this is the first time that I'm really seeing this in the past couple hours. I do watch Bitcoin a lot, but I don't sit over it all the time unless I'm making a video. Then I'll be like, okay, what's going on in the chart? But it has been like a very volatile past couple of days. So again, one minute we think that we're breaking down, the next minute we think like, hey, we found a bottom, right? Still a chance of possible double bottom here. Still also a chance that we reject down and that we continue to form a wedge. We see another retest of 100K and possibly lower, right? That's also another reality. And if we decide that we want to break down, then look, shoulder, head, shoulder, it could really be a doomsday scenario if we decide to trend sideways. So again, maybe not doomsday scenario, but it could definitely mean that we need to see more of. So just letting you know right now that if we do start trending sideways, again, that is a lack of demand, and that could be an indicator that we need to break down more. Seeing this type of price action today, again, it leaves me a little bit weary of what can come on Thursday. But again, we can have decent tomorrow And then again, Thursday, we could be retesting some of the, maybe like 110 or something like that. If that's the case, then again, this breaks out even of the run up can be pretty big, especially when you consider you got a double bottom right here. You also have a cup and handle forming on the yearly. Let's see, on the 1 year. Let me see. You got this cup and handle forming right here on the 1 year, right? This cup, right? A little pullback, right? Maybe we'll start to see Bitcoin start to, but again, what we don't want to see is another rejection of the zone, creating this indicator that we're going to need to see some sell off. That would be bad news bears, but we still have some good news indicators that are still pointing in a positive direction. So you guys can see rainbow indicator. We showed this in today's earlier live stream. We pretty much showed every long-term indicator in today's live stream that we had earlier today, but the rainbow indicator was one that we did show, as you guys could see, showing like a possible time of accumulation, very similar to Trump's last term. We've been saying that since November, guys, the way that this trend has been looking, and just kind of where we've been at with the cycle, even where we were at when he got into office, when I was kind of telling you like, hey, we're in a heavy state of fear right now, right? Bitcoin was looking pretty nasty before Trump took office. Then Trump took office. We went from like 55 all the way up to over 100K. Totally crazy. Since then, it's been kind of a wild ride, right? Since November, we hit 100K, and look, now we're in June. We're still at 106. Still wondering, can we break out and have some more upside, right? But if we can break out and have some more upside, I do think that, again, there could be a lot of upside. We could see a stretch all the way up to maybe 120 or something like that. Some of these more longer term indicators are showing. So again, I still feel good on the cycle. I still feel like there could still be some more upside. I know a lot of people are down on some investments right now because, again, the market has been volatile. But hey, welcome to crypto. That's the way it goes. If this is your first cycle, then welcome. Sometimes you're going to be down. And honestly, if you can't handle being down like 50, 60% on an investment, honestly, small market cap coins are just not going to be for you. Maybe even want to maybe play in the top 10. It might be easier for you if you can't handle being down like 50, 60%. Because yeah, when you're playing into a smaller market cap, you're going to have more volatility, right? Volatility is good because the price could go up really fast, but it's also, could work against you because, again, the price can also go down.